Yo YouTube! This is my video for Friday the 7th of March, and it is now 20 to 9 in the morning, and I've just picked up hopefully the first load of a few today. I've got a job going from Spalding to Hinckley. It's a medium van job, and according to CX it's going 73 miles. However, according to my Google Maps, it's 79 miles. And I got this job about 6 o'clock last night. It popped up after dialysis, and I thought I'd put a speculative bid on of £70, 70, and I got it quite quickly. That's the second time now that I've got a job after sort of normal office hours, after dialysis, and I do wonder whether there's a bit of a niche there, locally at least, where most drivers aren't looking for jobs after sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I will sort of hopefully keep an eye on that and take advantage of that in future. Every little advantage needs to be gained if you can. So today, it's going to be an interesting day because Hinckley's a good area, I think, to get a job from. The place I'm going to itself has a lot of work coming from it, and Hinckley as an area is in a good place, geographically speaking. So I should be able to get a decent second job, and I don't know at this point whether it's worth me trying to pursue smaller jobs today and stay more locally, or whether I do what I prefer to do, which is to go for a long distance job somewhere. It will really depend on one factor, and that's what's available at the time. I can't really preempt that. I've tried in the past sort of having a plan in the morning as to what I'd like to do, and it's never really panned out that way. You just have to go with what is available when you're looking for work. So yeah, I think that's everything I'm going to say at this point. Yeah, so I'll speak to you later. Cheers. Hello there. So my day appears to be panning out in a certain direction at the moment. It is now 22:10. I'm still on my way to Hinckley. I'm about 45 minutes away. However, I have got myself a follow-on job. I'm collecting a short wheelbase van job from Lutterworth going to Kidderminster, and it is a 60-mile job, and I've got a bid of £60 accepted. And the lovely thing about this is it has got a deadline of 11 o'clock to pick it up, and I should get there way before 11, probably 10 to 11, maybe 5 to 11, so there's no doubt that I'm going to get there in time. But even if I get delayed at Hinckley, which is unlikely, the lady who gave me the job said she doesn't mind what time I pick it up, as long as I arrive by 1 o'clock in Kidderminster. So perfect for me. I've got no pressure on this job. I know for a fact that it'll fit in my van when I get to Lutterworth, and so I will be on my way immediately with very few dead miles and no delay at all in terms of time, up to the West Midlands. The dead miles, as it were, is 6 miles between my drop off and my next pickup. So that, I can't really complain about that at all. So that will put me on 1:30 for the day. I should be in Kidderminster offloaded at around about 12 o'clock, 12:15. Let's say 12:30 at the latest, which gives me a chance to get maybe another local job and then one last job of the day. So let's try and do maybe 4 jobs today. If I get, let's say, a £50 job, that puts me on 180. Actually, then I need to get sort of a £100 job to get me home, roughly. It won't pan out like that, I know it won't, but I've got a chance to make a reasonable income today. Still. Okay, I'll let you know how it goes. Cheers. Okay, update time. It's now exactly 2 o'clock, and I offloaded my job at 12 in Kidderminster, and I have been waiting and bidding for the last half an hour in the Sainsbury's at Starport 7, and there has been nothing coming up that I can really do. I've bid on a few things, but not getting anything. Nothing's really going east. So I've decided to make a move away from this area. I'm going to head towards Kidderminster, but I'm going to head actually towards Kings Winford. I might not go all the way, I'll probably go somewhere between the two. I think that'll give me a better chance. It's a half an hour journey to get to Kings Winford, so if I get to halfway, about 15 minutes from there, I'll just see the side of Kidderminster. And I'm hoping that there I'll get a better chance of getting a job. At the moment I feel quite tired. I've just eaten some food from Tesco's. At least I ate about an hour ago, so I think I'm having that post-food sleepiness. I also didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm hoping to get active again and not just sit around, because that's not happening. It's also very warm today. My van says it's 14 degrees Celsius, but it's very sunny, and I think that's not helping my tiredness either. So yeah, basically nothing so much has happened. I've still got time to get a job. I'm really just looking for one job taking me somewhere eastwards. It doesn't even have to be a big one, to be honest. At this point I'll just take anything that gives me the petrol to get home. I would go to Manchester, but I'd rather not, because if I do get there I can go see my daughter, but then I'm left there for the night. I don't think I've got quite the energy to do that tonight. So really my ideal is a small job or even a bigger job back to eastwards. So I think the best chance of me getting that is to go slightly north from where I am now, up more towards Birmingham. Okay, I'll let you know. Cheers! Hello there YouTube. It is now 4:10. I am sitting about 18 minutes from Kings Winford, about 10 minutes from Kidderminster. I thought it was a very good location. However, I've not won any jobs, and it's a little bit demoralising, I must say, because I am getting the impression that the jobs are going way too cheaply. And I'll give you an example. There's a load of jobs that come out of Kidderminster in the afternoons, and they are for delivery the following morning, or in this case on Monday morning. And I've always been interested in catching one on the way back to my area, and today I was in exactly the right place to bid on those jobs. And I bid on a job that was delivery to Bourne on Monday morning from Kidderminster, and delivery to Swaffham on Monday morning, both of which are within sort of striking distance of my home. On Monday morning, it gets me out of the house early and started. I bid in the region of about 78 pence per mile for the first one to Bourne, 76 pence per mile for the second one to Swaffham, and I didn't get either of them. And it's not because I'm not close enough, and it's not because I don't have good feedback. It can only be because people went cheaper. And just to put this into context, there was probably at least 6 other jobs going around the country. One was going to Grimsby, one to Warrington, one to sort of Wakefield area. So they're all over the place. There must have been 8 to 10 jobs in total. So that's 8 to 10 drivers that have picked up that work, by the looks of it, for less than 75p a mile loaded. And the other thing that I noticed is there were not 10 drivers around Kidderminster at the time. At the very most, there was 4, and most of those, I think 3 of them, were inactive on CX. So the conclusion I have, and I've looked at the map, and no one's been flooding into Kidderminster to pick up these loads, since I bid. So the only thing I can conclude is that these must be being picked up by syndicate drivers who are not on CX, who must know about these jobs, know what to price them at, and just pick them up at the end of in the afternoon. So that's what I find a bit demoralising, because that seems to me to be a bit underhanded, a bit too cheap. If you're going to put the jobs on the CX, that many jobs, you'd expect some of the drivers who are around the area to get them. I mean, there may be one driver that went red, but he didn't go anywhere near where the pickup was in Kidderminster, so I'm not convinced he got the job. Anyway, so I just wanted to share with you that experience. It's a common tale. It's a common tale of woe from the driver's perspective, and it's not new. It won't be the first time or the last time it happens to drivers. And I'm not saying anything you don't already know if you're doing the job, but I'm just sort of reflecting what it feels like to be on the other end of it, where you're trying to do your best to earn a decent living, and it just is quite. I'm going to say demoralising, I suppose. It's a bit strong, but it feels like I'm putting a lot of effort in for very little reward. So now I find myself. I've been looking for jobs for Monday as well, so I've been doing jobs for Monday, and that's not gone very well either. It is amazing how whenever you're in a situation, wherever you are in the country, the jobs always seem to come up within more than a half an hour ring around you, never where you actually are. Obviously that's not actually the case, but it just seemed like it's like you're always too far from the jobs as they come up. So, what I'm going to do now, so it's 4:15 now, I'm going to probably give it 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to start trundling home. I think the choice I've got now is to stay here for another hour and get disappointed and even more demoralised, or spend the hour travelling home and be home an hour earlier. Money-wise, again, it's been a really poor day. I won't have made my fixed business costs today. If I don't get on the job, I will make in the region of £89 after fuel today. So not great. Yeah, so it's tough. It is tough at the moment. I had a really good Monday, but it was one job on Monday that really made it, and I could have that job that happened to me now, which it could turn the whole thing around. But I have spent the best part of 4 hours trying to find a job. It's 12 when I finished. So 4 hours sitting around just bidding on job. I'm not quite as tired as I was before, because the sun's gone down now and it's not quite as warm, and so I'm a bit more awake. So I'm going to bring this to a close now. If I don't do another job, I'll be putting, at this point in the video, I'll be putting in my stats as like a ticker tape type thing. What I may as well do then is bring this video to a close, so it is going to be a close, and then I'll, if I do get a job, I'll do another video. So I really hope that you are being way more successful than I am being. I suspect that many of you are suffering in the same sorts of ways as I am, and in that respect I feel a collegiate sense of brotherhood with you all. Thank you for watching my video. I shall be back on the road on Monday, and let's hope for better things next week. Farewell, friends.